Hello, fam. Welcome to BabsWTV. Today, we're gonna react on some of the clip that I have here about American complaining how it's not giving them the best quality of life, even if they're born here in America in 2026. Let's talk about it.
America has become completely unaffordable, and I don't know why more people are not talking about this. Half of America doesn't even have a savings, rent is insane, healthcare is a luxury, and somehow the narrative is still people are just bad with money. Like, what money? People are working full time. Most people have 2 to 3 jobs anymore because you have to. At what point do we stop blaming the people and just accept the fact that the cost of living has simply just outpaced reality? Because everything is this expensive, you have to know exactly where all of your money is going anymore. Like, a budget is just simply a necessity. You have to have one. Started using a budgeting app like mine to figure out where all of my money is going, but it does not make up for the fact that America is too expensive to live in anymore. If you're struggling, you are not alone.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even want to get rich to even be rich and live luxurious. I literally want to get rich so I can get the fuck out this country. I cannot stand it here anymore. Everything about this country makes me make my fucking stomach bubble the fuck up, especially the fucking economy. I'm sick of it for everybody, but I'm really sick of it for myself too, because like I'm just sick of everything is not being a fucking affordable. I'm sick of this fucking rat race shit. Like, I don't even give a fuck about the American dream. Fuck American dream. I don't want no fucking, like, I would like it, yeah, but honestly, it don't even sound that appealing when you think about it, because it's like, damn, you could buy a big ass house and it's like, it's still not even yours. The fucking whoever the fuck can take it back if you don't pay your property taxes, and you still got to do this and do, like, it's just like, is anything ever fucking really what it is? Like, do we just keep fucking working for shit and it's just, you just never get there? Like, I'm confused. Like, even when you talk to people that's fucking doctors and lawyers and shit, they're fucking stressed out and fucking financially not in a good fucking place either, and it makes no sense to me. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, honestly, all this shit is a fucking lie, and that's the reason I really want to move the fuck out of this country. I want to live abroad because I'm tired of idealizing my life based off American standards. I want to go to another country where they're not worried about who got the flyest shoes, who got the nicest car, who got the biggest house, and I don't give a fuck about none of that. I want to live in a fucking jungle. I want to wake up and eat my fruit and pet my pet monkey every day, and not have to sit here and stress about fucking dumb shit like fucking bills and fucking gas and budgeting out no, it's fucking annoying now. It's literally fucking annoying. Like, I fucking cannot stand it here. I cannot wait. I can't wait till I can stitch this video and I'm living abroad in another fucking country. Can't wait.
Please explain to me why America is the most wealthiest society in the world. You have the most technology, the most everything, and if you analyze your data, you're the most depressed and mentally ill people in the Western world. You have everything. From a technical perspective, life has never been as easy as today in America. And yet you're the most isolated, lonely, and mentally depressed people in the world. The people I work with on social media are my friends. My friends, I'm trying to have them work with me. I invest a lot in my friendships, whether it's time, whether it's going to them, visiting them, and everything. Is it convenient? Not always. But yeah, yesterday I was in Brescia and I saw one friend, then I went to Milan and I saw my aunt, then I came down here and saw my grandma. After the lunch, I saw my other friend down here. Tomorrow I'm getting a $20 flight to Dublin to see another friend. I'm not even spending that much money. And yes, I do not have an office job. I created my job. Being a freelance is stressful, but it gives you definitely more freedom. But I was doing the same also when I had a normal job. Also broke up a few months ago. Having friends enabled me to get out of it pretty fucking quickly, because you have reason to live, you have people to spend time with, you have people to talk to. I cannot imagine breaking up with a person you like without having any friends. That is damaging right there. If Americans would simply spend more time just having a call, just call people, just fucking call people, your friends, I'm pretty sure you'll be healthier, you'll be happier, and you're gonna get some more reason to actually live your life. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing friends that you haven't seen in a while. Most of all, there's nothing more beautiful than working with your friends and grow something together, helping each other buy houses, buy stuff, and this and that. What do I know? I'm just a 30-year-old boy who went through some experiences that would have had the average American crumble of my age. Because of the way he operates as a community, was able to push through them, and most of all, was able to accumulate and invest.
I feel like it's getting to a point here in America where they're literally making it impossible for any of us to be able to survive. It doesn't really matter how many jobs you work, how many side hustles that you have, how many streams of income that you have coming in. It literally feels like, it's kind of at a point where nobody can get ahead. People are struggling out here. People can't pay their bills anymore. People are literally living on a prayer, not really knowing how they're going to make it to like the next month. And it feels like every day that we work, we're working for less money. People don't know like where their next meal is going to come from, if they're going to have a roof over their head next month. And it's almost like there's so many people that are literally living in fear that, you know, they're willing to do whatever it takes so that way they don't become homeless. And I feel like they're making it increasingly difficult for us to just be able to live and to make it without having to sacrifice all of our time. And then there's people out here that'll literally blame us for a systemic issue, try to tell us it's all our fault that like we're in the position that we're in. But I personally feel like Gen Zs and millennials are the hardest working generation that there is. Like, I feel like the previous generations didn't really have to sacrifice as much of their time as we do. And then you wonder why, you know, there's people struggling with mental issues, why people are struggling with depression and anxiety and dysregulated nervous systems. It's like, when are we going to wake up and get fed up enough for something to give? Because this isn't really working for the working class anymore.
I don't know if it's just me, y'all, but being in America is literally driving me insane. Like, I want out. I do not want to be here. It is very depressing. I just want to be somewhere on an island. I want to be happy. I want to be free. I want peace. And I just feel like I can't have that here in America. I want out immediately. Like, I have to get up out of here.
America is cracking, and you can hear it in the silence of people's minds. We are living through the biggest mental health crisis that this country has ever seen. Not because people suddenly became weaker, not because these generations are just too soft, but because survival itself has become unaffordable. It costs too much to exist here. The rent eats your paycheck. The groceries rob you blind. The gas, the water bill, the light bill keeps going up month after month after month, but your wages stay the same. The medical bills bury you alive. The student loans chase you into the grave. And even something as simple as eating 3 meals a day becomes a luxury. This country has made basic survival feel like a crime, and the punishment is stress that never ends. People already wake up behind, already in debt, already exhausted before their feet even hit the ground. You're literally in a fight or flight moment from the second that you open your eyes, the moment that you check your bank account, or that little reminder, that notification that pops up telling you how much is in your balance. It's the moment that you realize that you still have 5 days left in the month, but you only have 2 days worth of money in your account still. And they call that normal. But what is normal about living in constant panic? What's normal about your stomach being in knots because you just got an email from your landlord about the rent? Or because your job cut your hours? Or because the goddamn eggs went up in price at the grocery store? What's normal about being one accident, one sickness, one breakdown away from disaster? And here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. There's no real solutions for the average everyday American anymore. Therapy? That's a luxury for people with good insurance, and most people don't have that. And even if you do, good luck finding an available therapist. The waiting lists are months long, the sessions are short, and half the time, the therapist is just as burned out as you are. So what good is that? You want to talk about medication? Most of the time, that's out of reach, unless you got that kind of money. And even when you can't afford it, the system treats you like an addict just because you need some help. And community support? Well, that's been gutted too. Churches are closing. The community centers are underfunded. Extended families are stretched thin. The very networks that used to keep people grounded are being torn apart. And don't get me started on the jobs. These jobs don't cover enough. These jobs don't even cover the basics. You could work 40, 50, 60 hours a week and still be broke. Especially if you're taking care of a family. Especially if you are a provider. You're working all them hours and you still have to choose between the groceries and the rent. Essentially, you're just hustling just to stand still. And the politicians? All they do is argue about culture wars while their people are drowning, while the people who voted for them are suffering. And another thing, they can always find billions for bombs, but never any money for bread. They can always fund the prisons, but they can't fund hope. The machine has no answers because it is the cause itself. So what happens when people are left without solutions? They break silently. Anxiety becomes constant. Depression becomes the baseline. Panic attacks become as normal as breathing. Families start to fracture under this weight. Marriages collapse. Friendships dissolve. Addiction rises. People start to self-medicate with pills, with alcohol, with other drugs. People try to find ways to numb themselves to the fact that they are existing in a society that does not care if they live or die. And the cruelest part of the whole thing is that this system turns around and blames you. It tells you to go meditate, to write in your journal, to drink more water, to do yoga, as if you can stretch your way out of eviction, as if you can breathe your way out of medical debt, as if gratitude would make the groceries cheaper. So no, this isn't a self-help problem. This is a systemic death grip. The truth is, America has abandoned its people. And when a nation abandons a people, the minds of those people begin to rot under the pressure. America talks about freedom, but what freedom is there really if the only thing that is guaranteed is stress, despair, and the slow collapse of your mind? What freedom is there when there are people out here working 2 or 3 jobs just to live in an apartment with no furniture in it? When parents are skipping meals so that their kids can eat? When people have to choose between insulin or rent, heat or food, life or survival? This is not freedom. This is captivity. This is economic slavery dressed up as democracy. And now we're watching the fallout. We are seeing record levels of depression, record levels of anxiety, record levels of self-unaliving. People don't even announce it anymore. They just quietly disappear. The burden is just too heavy. The silence is too loud. The hopelessness is too deep. And we are literally watching an entire generation lose faith in the future. Young people don't dream anymore. They just survive. Middle-aged people are just collapsing under the weight of the bills. The elders are working until death because retirement is a fantasy. It's not because humans are failing. It's because the system was designed to break them. This is America's great shame. The richest nation in the world where people can't even afford their own mind. And the saddest part, there's not even any more illusions of a solution. The average person knows that deep down, that no politician, no corporation, no government, no program is coming to save them. And that is why despair is rising. That is why the mental health in this country is collapsing. Because the only thing that this country offers is to work harder, when working harder is what broke us in the first place. That's what got us here, to being burnout. That is the core of the crisis, that we just don't have anything else left to give. So what happens next? We're watching it unfold already. People are starting to disconnect from society. More people are dropping out of the system entirely. More people are breaking publicly, are acting out publicly because they've been left with no way to cope. Others suffer quietly, just living day by day, living lives of quiet desperation, holding in the screams, pretending that they're fine while they crumble on the inside. But you can't hide this forever. A mental health crisis this big becomes a social crisis, and the social crisis becomes a political crisis, and the political crisis becomes a collapse. That's where we're heading. That's the truth that nobody wants to face. So here's the message. If you're struggling right now, you are not weak. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are living in a system that is designed to crush you. A system that profits off your despair, off your exhaustion, off your silence. The mental health crisis in America isn't an accident. It's a byproduct. It's what happens when you treat human beings like disposable labor. when you raise the cost of living beyond reach, when you strip away these safety nets and replace them with slogans. This is not weakness. This is the predictable collapse of the human mind under inhumane conditions. And until that truth is faced, this crisis will only get worse. So no, America is not okay. The people in America are not okay. The smiling faces, the filtered pictures, the small talk. It's all a mask over the reality that everyone here is hanging on for dear life. And the question that should terrify the people that are in power is this: what happens when everybody snaps? Because when the mind has nothing left to lose, when the spirit has been pushed past the point of breaking, people just don't suffer anymore. They act. They do something about it. And that's the storm on the horizon that America refuses to see.
Life in America when you got broke parents is miserable. You just gotta figure out everything yourself. You got no help, no support. Then you're constantly being exposed to these privileged kids who are only successful because of their parents and their grandparents. It just be so difficult, but it's not impossible. You just gotta sacrifice a lot of your time, health, just to survive.
What the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job that we really don't fucking like, but we can't really quit because we got to get the money to pay the bills that they say it's important to pay. What the fuck is the point of this life, man? We go to grocery stores and buy food that God gave us for free. Why the fuck did we pay for lights? Well, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. I'm tired of all this "that's just the way it is" bullshit. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big-ass fucking plantation, man. A big-ass fucking plantation. What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth. And I'm not saying I want to unalive myself and nothing like that. But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50. But we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this whole fucking game, man. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade. America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to look for another job. I'm gonna walk in there, they gonna ask me, why do you even want this job? Bitch, because I need some fucking money to pay the bills that they tell me is important to pay. Get the fuck out of here, man.
The cost of living in this country is currently, it's not going to be, it is currently unsustainable. And there are people that they know this, but then they'll still look at somebody else that's struggling and then tell them they're not doing good enough. I want you to imagine somebody that makes $75,000 a year. That's a pretty high up wage in terms of like top earners in this country, $75,000 a year. And we're going to go through some things here. This is a person with no debt outside of a car. And please don't hit me with the, you can go buy a car for, shut up, you can't, shut up, stop saying ridiculous things. An entry-level decent car is $30,000. So this person who puts $200 a month into insurance and they pay 5% into their 401k because, shut up, people should be able to put money into their retirement. Because if you're not doing it now, you're never going to get to start doing it later. So after those two things come out of their paycheck and their taxes are paid, they bring home $53,850 a year from a $75,000 paycheck. Average rent in my state for a one-bedroom apartment, because an adult should be able to live by themselves, $1,700. That car payment at 6% for an entry-level, very reasonable sedan, nothing fancy, that car payment's $579 a month. Car insurance, $240 or so a month for a lot of vehicles in this day and age. You're a young person, you've got a nice job, but the insurance companies still want to screw you over. Food. You only cook at home. You never, ever go out. You only cook at home and you only eat decent quality food because a human being should be allowed to eat decent quality food. You pay $879 a month for that. You spend $250 a month in gas. You wear and tear on your car $100 a month. $80 for your phone, $80 for your internet, $175 a month for your electricity, $70 for your water, $20 for your cash. You make 75 grand a year, and outside of a car payment, you have zero debt. Do you know how much money you have left over annually at a $75,000 wage? You do nothing. You don't own a Netflix. You don't go out on a date. You don't pay to go to a park. You don't go watch a movie. You do nothing. If you can't find it on the internet for free, you don't get to do it. If you can't cook it at home for your $800, you don't get to do it. You have $3,700 left over annually. That's like $320 a month. And there's going to be, well, that's $300. Shut up. Shut your stupid, contrarian, edgelord mouth. That's not a doctor bill, because God knows just because we have insurance doesn't mean that we don't still pay far out the ass when we go to the doctors. People like to be entertained. They want to date. They want to... There's those of you out there that will tell somebody living like this on $75,000 a year before taxes that they are not doing what they're supposed to do, that they should get a second job, that they should get a side hustle, that they should get a better job. And the fact that you would look at somebody with no debt other than a car and say something like this to them means objectively you're a moron and you live in a fantasy world. This is unsustainable.
America is designed to break you. And that's what it's doing. It's functioning the way they designed it. It's breaking all of us. It's not normal for us to be dealing with this much depression, this much worry, this much anxiety, but this is how they designed it. They put us in school when we're 5. And then you get out here and you're supposed to work until you're 70. And then after that, you get to enjoy it.